Hi, Rosario. Good evening.
Hi, Miss. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know, but today it was Friday, so I don't know what's wrong today. I'm really tired.
Are you tired?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're almost at the end of the day. That's
Yeah.
a good.
Yeah. Probably is the weekend, right? So it's the last
Yes,
day. I'll get but it's in the middle of the week. I I thought that
yes,
it's
but
Thursday.
but
No, Thursday, Friday.
we're almost at the end, right? So yes, I guess that we can handle it. I hope so.
Yes, probably. Do
Yes.
you believe in energies? Yeah, something like Mercury retrograde, I think.
I don't know. I had one friend and she knew. Um, well, she explained to me one day, but I really don't understand it very well. But I was speaking, or I tried to discuss this with one of my teachers. He's um he teaches, where was it? He teaches the lesson of philosophy, right? So he told me that these things are true. And I couldn't believe it because I always said like, no, 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 it's not for me. I don't believe in that one. What is uh, the I don't know, the zodiacal signs? And then I don't care about it. I don't care. But then he explained me that it is true, right? So I couldn't believe it. He told me that
Oh, okay.
yes, totally
But
true.
no, you don't believe it, right?
Yeah, not at all, to tell the truth, but I guess you have to believe in something. So I guess that maybe if you choose that, yes. If you choose to believe in that, yes. But I'm not saying that no, it doesn't exist or something like that. But I'm not really sure how is everything. Do you believe in those things?
Yeah, I believe, but I have to admit that probably the part of the idea it's only our mind, right? If you believe, I don't know, in the energies, because it's supposed that in retrograde, in Mercury retrograde, you tend to be more tired, you tend to be not lucky, or if you have determined sign in horoscopes, it's tend to be um, more best or worst day. Yes, and it's supposed that, for example, if you're I am Gemini, and in retrograde Mercury, it's supposed that you don't have to take risk decisions because it depends that the energy and they say that like you are more tired, you are more I don't know, less power and something like that. So I read that. Probably it's our mind, right? If you believe in that, okay, I will be more uh, with less energy, and it happens to me. So I really believe, but I have to admit that probably the part it's our mind. So if you believe it, you have to your mind choose believe the yeah you they choose believe the topic and it happens. So yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of difficult, but I guess in some cases, for example, I don't believe that much in the horoscope, because they always say the same thing. Like yes, there is a one girl, right? I don't know. She's a, I guess he or she, I don't know how to say it. He is a transsexual boy. And she is called Moni Vidente, right? I was
Okay.
looking for that, and the horoscope she gave for this week, it was true, right? She's very precise in some cases, and yes, it is true. And she mentioned something like that a lot, and I think it's true. You know, like we are the part of the universe, and we really don't know what is outside. So there are too much energy. Yes, so I really, if you see from that point of view, yes, it is totally true. I really felt that tired. Today I had a rest day because I didn't have classes, so I slept the whole day. I didn't do my task though because I need to rest. And I'm still like sleepy. I feel a little bit sleepy. I'm still tired. I don't know why. So maybe that could be the reason of that. I'm not sure how the universe works. How it works.
Yeah. My father has the almost same point of view that you have. Like the universe moves in energy, and if and all is energy. Even if you're a person that recently died, it's supposed that the energy flows with throughout your head, and in summary, all is energy. So he believes in that if you, for example, if you have a bad mindset, it more probably that you have bad day or bad day, yeah, bad day. And I think there is some certain in that. If you probably, I think that the mind is really, it's really complex. So if you believe it, it's more probably that happens. So I don't know. Probably it's our codex mind.
Yes, I guess it's our faith, right? The things that we put on. Yes, I would say that it's part of it.
Yes. Yes.
So I think that maybe we have to well, nowadays, to tell the truth, it gets difficult in some cases to have faith. I don't know how people, to tell the truth, are optimists all the time. I really I really I'm not sure if it's this week or what's going on, but I feel like a little bit low of energy, right? So yes, I guess it's under my line is always right. Like for example, I have a line where I can see if my positivism is okay or it's a little bit under, and then but these days I felt like very tired. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of this what you said. Sorry.
The retrograde, the Mercury retrograde.
Yes, maybe that could be for that. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it.
It's supposed that ends in 17. So if you feel um, if you feel better, and then the day next the this day, so um I don't know, told me.
Just let me know.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Let's see how it's it. Let's see how it's it. I hope it will be very, very good. So
Okay.
Okay, we're going to start with today's classes. Okay, so we stop in models of permission, right?
Models of permission? No,
No.
no, no, no. Let me check.
Inseparable phrasal verbs. No, gerunds and in future time clauses.
Yes,
We stop in gerunds and infinitives, right?
yes.
Okay, that's great. So we're going to continue with the class. This is a short lesson. This is a very, very short lesson. And but we're going to see, and this is going to sound a little bit weird, but the name says future time clauses, but the structure is in simple present. So let's take a view. Let's listen the first audio. Oh,
Hello, how are you? Today we're going to talk about future time clauses. After we look at some examples, you're going to do some exercises. We'll begin as soon as you're ready, okay?
okay. So after we look at some examples, as soon as you're ready, okay. So we're going to see we have words like when, after, before, as soon as, until, while. We're going to watch the video at the end of the video, at the end of the slides. So then you're going to understand better. These are connectors, okay? Or we can also say time words that determine the time that the action is going to happen. When, after, before, as soon as, until, and why. So let's take a view to the example. And let's listen to the audio. So let's pay attention to the conversation we have then.
Future time clauses begin with time words like when, after, before, as soon as, until, and while. We use future clauses with main clauses to talk about what is going to happen in the future.
I'm sure they'll decide as soon as they have more information.
In the example, I'm sure they'll decide is the main clause. As soon as they have more information is the future time clause. Future time clauses talk about the future, but they use the present.
I'm not going to comment until we know more.
The main clause uses the future with will or be going to.
I'm not going to comment until we know more.
Okay, let's start. We're going to divide this sentence into parts, okay? The first clause and the other one, okay. The second, okay? So we have two clauses and one statement. Tenemos dos clauses en una oración. Sujeto, verbo, sujeto, verbo. Entonces está completo. I'm sure they will decide as soon as they have more information. The first part, the first clause, it is called the main clause. Okay, this is the clause number one, is the main clause. Then we're going to continue with the second clause. As soon as they have more information, is the future time clause. And I know it is weird because in the future time clause, we're going to use the simple present time tense. Let's take a view. In the future time clause, okay, it talks about the future, but they use the present. I would like to write this again. Give me a second. I'm going to write again. I'm going to use this color because I like it. Okay. In the first one, okay, in the main clause, we're going to use the future time structure. Yes, the future time structure. Okay, let's take a view. I'm sure they will. Look at that. We are using will. Okay. Main clause. Then we're going to continue with the future time clause. Okay, the future time clause, it has the simple present structure. Okay, this is it. It's the formula. Okay, and I know it sounds weird because it doesn't make sense. Because it was supposed to have the simple present in this case, the future time clause was supposed to have the future time clause because of the name. But no, it doesn't work like that. I'm not going to, okay, look at that. We're using the future be going to, right? We're using be going to. It is the future time structure. But in the future time clause, we're using the simple present tense. Entonces, tenemos dos partes en la oración. La primera parte es el main clause, es decir, la primera parte de la oración. Luego seguimos con la segunda parte, que es el future time clause. Los dos son clauses. En la primera parte utilizamos, en el main clause utilizamos la estructura del tiempo en futuro. Recordemos que tiene dos. Tiene el be going to, and have the will. So we have two. Then we are going to continue with the second part. En la segunda parte, que es el future time clause, y es lo chistoso que no es como su nombre le indica. En el future time clause se supone que tendríamos que utilizar la estructura del futuro, pero no. Utiliza el simple present. Es decir, sujeto y verbo. Ok, tercera persona, agregaré ese. Ok, dependiendo. So that's all. So you can use with or be going to. It's up to you. Okay, so that will be everything about the structure, and we're going to use the future time clause. Okay, I'm sure they will decide as soon as they have more information to talk about things that are going to happen in the future. Okay, our future plans. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it, Miss. But for example, if we want to use a while, it doesn't really make sense because while is like time word that express the same time, I think. And if you use in the main class a future and then the second class simple past, when you use while, it doesn't.
I will study while you do your homework, something like that. You mean?
Yeah.
Is that correct? You asked that?
But your example is okay.
Oh, that was my question. Is that for you? I mean, was your question about the use of while, right?
Yes.
We have to use the same time tense in both clauses, right?
No. When you use while, I don't know, it expresses that happens at the same time, right? So, but if you use in this main class and in the second class different tenses, it sounds weird, right? Because in the first one it's express future and in the second one it's express present.
Okay, that's a good example. That's a good observation. Give me a second, where is it? Okay, so it changed. Okay, we're going to watch this video and we're going to see the examples, right? Because in person we have that was everything in the lesson. Okay, I mean we have one more slide, but it doesn't explain in a deep the use of the connectors. Okay, those that we mentioned before, while, when, as soon as are connectors that are going to help us to connect sentence number one with clause number one with clause number two. In this case, we're going to learn a little bit from the connectors, there is a difference when you're going to use, and it's going to be more clear. So let's pay attention to the video.
Clauses. I'll eat dinner tonight when I finish my homework.
Okay, no, our connector is when, for example, right?
Now, this sentence has two clauses. The first clause is I'll eat dinner tonight. The second clause is when I finish my homework. So, what is a clause? Well, a clause in English always has a subject and a verb.
We have different kind of clauses, right? We have dependent and independent clauses, but from now we're going to understand that a clause, it's a sentence, right? It's two parts, right? The subject and the verb. When we have subject and verb, it's a sentence. Okay, that's a clause.
Verb. A subject and a verb. Okay, now let's look at the same sentence and let's find the subject and the verb. Okay, I is the subject in the.
Okay, notice, and this is what we saw. We have the subject and the verb. Subject, the verb. So we have two clauses. And I could have two sentences, right? Two clauses. For example, without the use of when, but it is going to be incomplete, right? Like, I will eat dinner tonight. And what? Okay, that's cool. I finished my homework. What else? I don't get it. There is no sense. So for that reason, we need to use the connector. So let's take a view. We're going to put it.
I'll eat dinner tonight. Okay, a subject verb.
Okay, yes.
Now, let's talk about what kind of clause is in the sentence I gave you. Well, I'll eat dinner tonight. This is the main clause of my sentence. We have a main clause and rules that you need to know. When we are talking about the future, it is okay to say will or be going to in time clause.
Okay, well, this is the, I guess it's in the
when
second
I
part.
finish my homework. Or have
Yes, it's the second part. Give me a second, because we already seen this in the slides.
Now, when you make a sentence with time information, with a time clause must start with a special time word. And teachers call the time words time conjunctions. Now,
that's another one, time conjunctions. In person, we've seen aside time words, okay? But the name, the proper name, is time conjunctions, right? El nombre propio, el nombre verdadero, en lugar de decir palabras de tiempo, es time conjunctions, right? Son conjunciones que nos ayudan a conectar dos clauses. Y no es que voy a utilizar cualquiera. Hay una gran diferencia en el significado si tú vas a optar por as soon as en lugar de while, for example. So we have to learn how to use them. So let's start.
in Unit 9, we are going to study 7 time conjunctions. When, while, as soon as, after, before, until, and by the time. Now remember, these are called time conjunctions, and these time conjunctions must start the time clause. Now let's talk about the different time conjunctions. When. I think you understand when. When means at this time. Let's look at an example. I will call you when we finish. Remember the rules. The main clause, I will call you. Will is okay. But in the time clause, we must use present simple. When we finish. So this means at this time. When we.
Okay. We're going to start with the first one, when. When means at this time. So I will call you when I finish. Okay, so I'm doing my homework. So when I'm doing my homework, I will call you, for example. Es una una palabra, es decir, cuándo, ¿ok? Te llamaré cuando acabe. Incluso en esta estructura seguimos lo mismo en castellano. Te llamaré cuando acabe. Cuando acabaré no existe, cuando voy a acabar no. Cuando acabe. Acabe es el simple present. Ujú.
Okay.
Entonces, when it's at this time, it is like right now, okay? I will call you, okay, when we finish. Mhm. So
But-
let's listen. Mhm.
But for example, your example, and you told cuando acabe, but really in simple present, the explain meaning is cuando acabo.
Es que hay diferentes tipos de presente. Ajá. Hay presente indicativo, presente, tenemos el subjuntivo también, ¿no? Entonces, para hacértelo más corta, trato de tal vez ponerlo al mismo nivel, porque no tenemos en realidad eso en inglés, solo es simple present. No hay el subjuntivo, no hay tantos presentes que tenemos. Tenemos presente indicativo, subjuntivo, subordinado también tenemos. Entonces, es demasiado, pero para que te des una idea. Ujú. Porque igual acabe es como que próximo. Ajá. Es,
Oh.
está en presente. De eso no hay duda, no hay duda, pero es un diferente tipo de presente. Porque nosotros en castellano tenemos varios tipos de clasificaciones en cuanto a presente. Tengo, por ejemplo, 4 tipos de presente. Subjuntivo, tengo después el pluscuamperfecto, ¿qué más? El indicativo. Ajá, entonces varía. Pero como en inglés no tenemos, te doy una guía más o menos para que puedas captar la oración, la segunda parte de la oración. ¿Se entiende?
Yes, miss, thanks.
Okay, don't worry.
The next time conjunction is why.
Okay, is it understood? The use of when?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so let's continue with while.
And why
And this was your question about, so let's
while
listen.
is a little different than when. While usually means all this time, all the time. So another example, while I sleep tonight. So all this time, all the time of sleeping. While I sleep tonight, I will dream about my trip.
Okay. It looks like while and when are a little bit similar. I don't know if you noticed, right? But the difference, right, is that when we use while, we focus in the time, okay? On the duration of the time. While I will sleep, so I'm going to sleep, right? So I will dream about my trip. Mhm. But when we use like, when we're going to express that one action finished, and then I'm going to start with another one, okay? So it is very different, okay? Mientras que cuando significa que primero voy a terminar una acción y luego voy a continuar, voy a seguir con otra acción, while nos enfocamos en el tiempo que va a durar la acción. While I will sleep tonight, es decir, yo duermo 8 horas, en todo este tiempo de las 8 horas, primera hora, segunda hora, tercera hora, cuarta hora, quinta hora, sexta y octava hora, soñaré, acerca de mi viaje. ¿Se entiende? Entonces, no es lo mismo que yo diga, when I sleep tonight, I will dream about my trip. Porque me estoy diciendo que ni bien empieza alguna acción, voy a comenzar otra. Ni bien acaba una acción, comienzo otra. ¿Ok? Mientras que while, me enfoco más en el tiempo de la acción. Mientras, ¿ok? It means all this time. What is all this time in this case? I sleep. While I will sleep, mientras que sueño esta noche, acordémonos, primera hora, 2 horas, 3 horas, 4 horas, 5 horas, 6 horas, 7 horas, 8 horas. En todo este tiempo, entonces yo voy a estar soñando acerca de mi viaje. Do you get it?
Yes, miss, I get it. So it's supposed that it happens all the time with the duration of the first class, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It is actionable, it is dependable. Es dependiente de la oración, ¿te das cuenta?
Mhm.
Es decir, mientras yo esté durmiendo, una vez que termine de dormir, mi otra acción acaba. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it, miss. Thank
Okay, that's great. And notice the structure. And this was your question about. We are going to continue using the same structure. Seguimos utilizando la misma estructura. Okay?
Yeah.
So we have two classes, the main class and the future time class. In the future time class, we are the conjunction.
Okay.
So let's continue.
Now, let's talk about before and after. Now, I think you understand before and after. So some examples. Before we start class tomorrow, I will get some breakfast at the restaurant. So here you can see the main clause is second. The first clause in the sentence is the time clause.
Okay, let's take a view. What do you think is the first section? Where is placed the first section? We start class tomorrow, or I'll get some breakfast at the restaurant.
I'll get some breakfast at the restaurant.
Okay, I'll get some breakfast at the restaurant before we start class tomorrow. Antes de empezar la clase mañana, okay, comeré algún desayuno en el restaurante. Entonces esa es la diferencia. No es lo mismo que yo utilice after. Entonces, si vamos a utilizar before, vamos a entender como segunda acción. ¿Ok? Before we start class tomorrow, entonces en este caso mi primera acción será I'll get some breakfast at the restaurant. Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, let's continue. And now we're going to see the use of after.
That's okay. We start the sentence with before and the present simple, before we start class tomorrow. Another example, the same way, we start the sentence with the time clause. After I go to school, I will go to work.
Okay, so what do you think is going to happen first?
Okay. The first it happens, I'll go to work.
Okay, I'll go to school. And is that the first action?
Yes, the first action, because after is después. So I know.
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll go to work after I go to school. No, the first action is I go to school.
Okay. I'll go to work. Okay, iré al trabajo. Iré al trabajo. O después de ir a la escuela. Después de ir a la escuela, iré al trabajo. Después de ir a la escuela, iré al trabajo. Entonces, ¿qué acción empieza primero?
I go to school.
Very good, very good. Es decir, primero voy a ir a la escuela y luego ir a trabajar. Entonces te das cuenta que hay una gran diferencia. As you can see, there is a big difference in the use of before and after. So you have to take care. You have to take care with these conjunctions. It's okay. It's better if you place them at the beginning. Está mejor si las ubicas al principio para que tenga un poco más de sentido. Entonces, mayormente cuando colocamos el before y el after, y a veces también el while al principio. Pero si decides colocarlo al medio, igual no hay problema. En realidad, los conectores, lo único que tienes que tener en cuenta es que estén en el future time clause. No pueden estar en el main clause, por nada del mundo. Es decir, imposible que yo diga, we start class tomorrow before I will get some breakfast. Malísimo, muy, muy mal. Entonces, puedes ubicarlo esto al medio, ¿ok? Siempre y cuando podría decir, I'll get some breakfast at the restaurant before we start class tomorrow. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I will go to work after I go to school. It's okay though. It's okay. But something that I never have to change is the use of the place of the connectors, right? The conjunctions, okay, they always go with the future tense clause. Siempre, siempre, siempre van en el future tense clause. No hay manera de yo ubicarlo en el main clause. ¿Se entiende?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, that's great. So let's continue.
So the first clause is the time clause. We use present simple. The second clause is the main clause. We can use will. Now let's talk about maybe some difficult time conjunctions, maybe ones you haven't studied. As soon as. As soon as means right.
This is my favorite one. I always use as soon as. So let's see what is the meaning of it.
Okay.
Right after. Okay. An example, I will call you as soon as I am finished. So I am finished, I'll call you. Right after.
It means immediately. Yes, immediately. I will call you as soon as I'm finished. But the usage, it changed. Okay. El uso cambia. Cuando utilizamos as soon as, utilizamos, en este caso estamos utilizando el verbo to be. Ajá. ¿Por qué acá estamos utilizando el ed? ¿Puedes entenderlo?
I understand the meaning of the sentence, but in order to get more sense, but I'm confused about that we have the structure and we don't follow it in as soon as. But
Okay.
it's supposed. Okay, I have and we have the as soon as, and it's it means that right after, immediately. Yeah. Yes. So
Yes.
it's supposed that the action it will be completed at that time. So if it will be completed, you have to use the simple past.
Okay. Yes. In this case, we are following the structure, right? Estamos siguiendo la estructura. No nos vamos a confundir por el ed o por el verbo to be. Que no es lo mismo solamente el verbo to be que el be going to. No tengo going to acá, entonces no es futuro. Ok, entonces la estructura no es futuro, el significado sí es el futuro. La oración completa está en futuro. Pero vamos a analizar, I will call you, ok, está siguiendo, ese es el main clause. As soon as, que significa inmediatamente, I'm finished. La mejor traducción, I'm finished, ok, cuando haya terminado. Ok, también puedes decir as soon as I finish, as I finish. Ok, te llamaré tan pronto termine. Tan pronto haya terminado. Ese sería el significado de unfinished. Entonces ambos están ok. Ambos están bien. No hay ningún problema. Y seguimos la misma estructura del simple present. Porque ese es el simple present. Es el verbo to be. Ajá, está en presente.
Ed, right? Ed means.
Exactamente. El ed ahorita está funcionando como participio. Terminado. Termino, a terminar, finish. Terminé, finished. Terminado, fin.
Okay, but the clause is in past.
En este caso es una expresión. ¿Ok? Pero te estoy dando un significado más, más cerca de unfinished. Pero algo así podría ser su traducción. Haya terminado. Pero ambos están bien. ¿Ok? En este caso, cuando utilizamos el as soon as, tienes la opción de conjugarlo tal vez con un verbo en participio, solo si ves la necesidad, pero lo recomendable es utilizar solamente el simple present. ¿Por qué te vas a complicar utilizando otro tiempo verbal? Ujú. Entonces, no habría ningún problema si yo digo I finished. As soon as I finished. Ujú. As soon as I finished. No hay ningún problema. Tan pronto como termine. Ajá. Ahora acá estamos utilizando Paula, perdón. El Rosario no es un tiempo verbal. No es un tiempo verbal. No es el pasado perfecto, el presente perfecto, no. Esto es el verbo to be que se está utilizando con finish, ¿ok? Pero es más que todo una expresión, porque el to be con otro verbo, no hay manera de, es decir, no es un tiempo verbal, no es pasado, no es presente, haya terminado. Esa es la expresión, en realidad, unfinished. Ok, pero si tú decides tal vez utilizar el I finish, I will call you as soon as I finish. Está súper bien, no hay ningún problema. Ok, solo que para variar se está usando una expresión. Ok, entonces puedes
Outside
utilizar
from
I
the
finish.
right.
I'm sorry?
It's outside from the structure.
Yes, it is actually. Ujú.
Oh.
Realmente sí, está.
Okay.
No está siguiendo la estructura como habíamos visto porque se está utilizando una expresión, ¿ok? Pero siguiendo la estructura del simple present, por ejemplo, voy a decir as soon as I get work. As soon as what else? Tal vez en el inglés británico, sí, ¿sabes qué? Otra ruta que me estoy dando cuenta, la página que publica esto, que creo que es de BBC, es británico. Entonces, si mal no estoy, cuando se utiliza el acento británico, es decir, el inglés británico, se puede hacer en pasado. Ujú. Sí, ajá, sí, estoy en lo correcto. Got to work. Solo en el británico se puede hacer restart. Sí, ahorita me estoy acordando. Ujú. Entonces, por esta razón se está conjugando con el finish. Ujú. Por eso para nosotros suena un poquito extraño. En el inglés americano es tal cual así, I finish. Ajá. Pero tampoco está mal que utilices el verbo, no hay ningún problema. Por ejemplo, as soon as she got to work, she remembered that she forgot to feed her cat, I mean. Entonces, as soon as she got to work, tan pronto como llegó a casa, ok, entonces se puede utilizar. Es la razón por la cual se está utilizando este verbo, específicamente el finish, en participio, porque ese es el participio. Es finish, el pasado es tal cual finish, y el participio también es finish. Ok, entonces nosotros vamos a seguir la regla del inglés americano, y vamos a utilizar la estructura del simple present. ¿Se entiende?
Yes, Miss. Thanks.
Okay. Ahora también si quieres utilizar, es decir, dejando al lado el future time clause, la expresión as soon as, el conector as soon as también lo puedes utilizar para algún evento, no lo sé, tal vez para indicar tan pronto como, para utilizarlo en el pasado también puedes hacer. Ajá. Tan pronto como llegué a casa, no sé, tan pronto como llegué a casa, tomé mi café. As soon as I arrived home, I drank my coffee. I drank my coffee. Entonces no es un future time clause. En este caso es solo las zonas que se utilizan. Tan pronto como llegué a casa, tomé mi café. As soon as I arrived home, arrived en pasado. I drank my coffee. Tomé mi café. Entonces sí lo puedes utilizar en las unas como fuera del future time clause para indicar que una acción pasó después de otra. ¿Se entiende?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, that's great. Let's continue.
The next time conjunction is until. Until means something continues, 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 and stops. Let's look at an example. Until we come back from our holiday. So until we come back from our holiday. Well, what is this situation? What is this? Okay, until we come back from our holiday, something continues and stops when we come back from our holiday. So Wendy will take care of our cats. So this means Wendy will take care of our cats. It continues, and it continues, and then it stops. When does it stop? Oh, well, when we come back from our holiday.
Okay, so we have the use of until. We're going to use until when we're going to show an action that continues. It is going to be in a progress in the future. Okay, so continues, and it suddenly stops. So in this case, we have until we come back from our holiday, Wendy will take care of our cats. So the first action is that Wendy will take care of our cats. Esta es la primera acción. Then, until we come back from our holiday is the second action. Okay, so what is going to happen first? Wendy will take care of our cats until we come back from our holiday. So the meaning of until is hasta. Okay, hasta until we come back to from our holiday. Could be the second action, right?
Yes, Miss.
Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, that's great. Okay, let's continue then. I'm trying to think another example, but I really don't get it. Yes, it is the first action. Okay. Hasta que volvamos de nuestras vacaciones, Wendy cuidará de nuestros gatos. So, until hasta.
That's
Oh.
what until means.
Do you get it?
Yeah, but my meaning was different. But you're right. The first action is we come back from our holiday. Yes,
Yes, you're
yeah,
right.
I thought that Wendy will take our cat. It was the first action.
I take a view. Yes, for that reason I didn't want to continue with the video because I was thinking, yes, the first action is until we come back from our holiday. So we're going to travel in our holiday. It continues. Then we're going to be at home. Then suddenly it's going to happen. Wendy will take care of our cats.
Oh,
Well, this case is going to stop because we're going to be at home then. Ok, entonces, hasta que volvamos de nuestras vacaciones, ok, entonces, inmediatamente que estemos en casa, Wendy va a dejar de cuidar a nuestros gatos. Entonces, nuestra primera acción es until we come back from our holiday, the future tense clause. The second action is the main clause, Wendy will take care of our cats.
okay.
Is it okay? Do you get it?
Yes, Miss, I get it.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue.
Next, let's talk about by the time. By the time means not after something, not after. It's very similar to before, but not, by the time means just not after something.
What is not after? No después. Okay. By the time, it's a similar, it's a curious conjunction. Okay. por tiempo. Okay, por tiempo. So let's take a view.
Not after. So, an example, I will cook dinner by the time you get home tonight. So this simply means I will cook dinner not after you get home. Okay, so of course it means before you get home. Okay, so by the time, if it's difficult for you, remember it's very similar to before. So
Es similar a before, pero, a ver,
in this video, I've talked about the time. Remember, it's very
ok. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? Prepararé la cena para cuando, ok, para cuando llegues a casa esta noche. ¿Para cuándo? Es decir, va a pasar un rato hasta que yo empiece a preparar la cena. ¿Ok? Tú llegas a casa
Mhm.
y después de eso, recién de que pase un rato, para cuando llegues a casa, yo prepararé la cena para cuando llegues a casa. By the time you get home tonight, I will cook dinner. Para cuando llegues a casa esta noche, cocinaré la cena. ¿Ok? ¿Se entiende?
Okay. Yes. But for example, by the time it's like you start the action and you start the action at the same time that you do the action. So by the time you get home tonight, okay, the person get home and I immediately start cook.
Ok. En este caso vamos a decir que para cuando llegues a casa, para cuando tú llegues a casa, yo prepararé la cena. ¿Ok? No, puede ser inmediatamente. ¿Ok? Pero por lo general denota un significado que primero llegues a casa y para cuando tú llegues, recién voy a preparar. Ajá. Es primero que pase una acción, ok, en este caso, para cuando tú llegues a casa, recién, una vez que llegues, recién yo voy a preparar. La cena va a estar lista para, no, no, vamos a cambiar. Para cuando llegues, haré el postre. Eso quiere decir que cuando llegues a la casa, para cuando llegues, recién empezaré a hacer el postre, porque no lo sé, porque quiero que esté fresco para cuando tú estés, digamos. ¿Ok? Entonces, puede ser inmediatamente. Su significado original es para cuándo. Para cuándo. Tenemos el uso de not, nos dice no, not after, ¿ok? No, no después.
Pues,
Entonces, ese sería el uso de by the time.
okay, but the difference with before it was
Before, before is no inmediatamente, ¿ok? Cuando decimos before, vamos a tomar el ejemplo de ese. Ok. A ver. Vamos a tomar la escritura para no. Before. Before we have this question, okay? When we're going to use before, it means antes. Es decir, ya va a estar lista la cena. ¿Ok? Pero by the time significa que recién cuando tú llegues, para cuando tú llegues, recién voy a empezar a cocinar. Before es cuando ya la estoy por terminar la preparación de la comida, por ejemplo. Ajá. Entonces hay una gran diferencia. Before es cuando, una de dos, o ya acabé de preparar tal vez antes de que llegues a casa. La comida estará hecha antes de que llegues a casa. Es decir, yo ya he preparado la mesa, ya he puesto los cubiertos, ya todo. Entonces, cosa de que tú llegues, te sientes y comes. Pero si yo utilizo by the time, significa que Cuando tú llegues, recién voy a empezar yo a preparar la comida para que esté fresca, entonces no me gusta que la comida se enfríe y demás. Esa es la diferencia entre before y by the time. Do you get it?
Okay, but okay, in after and after means because after is después, right?
I'm sorry?
After is después, right?
Yes.
Okay, but if
Entonces,
I
estará,
change,
después de que tú llegues, estará lista la cena.
no, I'll cook dinner before after you get home tonight. Yo
We're
cocinaré después de que tú llegues a casa.
Sí, exactamente. Yo cocinaré a casa después de que tú llegues. Yo cocinaré después de que tú llegues. Oh my goodness. Yo cocinaré después. A ver, vamos a tomar los ejemplos que teníamos porque de verdad que me voy a perder. Ok. Ok.
Pause.
Okay. So we have before we start class tomorrow, I'll get some breakfast at the restaurant. Okay. En esta parte, ¿cuál sería tu pregunta, Rosario? ¿Entre el before y el after? ¿O es que quieres tomar el ejemplo el último ejemplo, tal vez?
Yes, I mean the difference with not after or by the time and after.
Ok. Bueno, en realidad
will cook.
el non-after es lo mismo que el by the time. Ok, by the time es para cuando, lo vamos a escribir. By the time. Oh.
Yes, but by the time it's more like okay, I'll you got home. Yeah, you got home and I start cooking, right? So, but after is the same. So
Before,
after, no,
and we have before, antes y después tenemos el after,
that is después.
pues.
Okay. Can we write an example with by the time and after?
Yes,
But
for
it's
sure. Do you prefer this? We're going to take another example, okay? Mary
okay.
will have, no, this is, no, we're going to change this for sure. Okay, by the time you wake up, I'll have, no, I'll finish my work. Okay. By the time you wake up, I will finish my work.
Okay.
Then what else can we say? Another one with what the other one you said was before, right?
No, after.
Okay.
I mean, instead of by the time, put after and
Okay.
have the difference of meaning.
After. No, I'll finish my work. Okay. I'm going to write it at the end because it takes more sense. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll finish my work after you wake up. Okay. Okay. So so we in the first one we have by the time you wake up. I'll finish my work. Okay, can you identify what is the first action?
Yes, by the time you wake up, I'll finish my work. So it's supposed that the first is wake up, right?
En este caso, en realidad, claramente el orden, ¿no? Hemos cambiado el orden. Pero el significado, hago referencia al significado. By the time you wake up, ok, cuando te despiertes, terminaré mi trabajo. Ok, entonces tú ahorita estás dormido. Ajá. Entonces decido, no lo sé, tomar un descanso, pero ni bien te despiertes, terminaré mi trabajo. ¿Se entiende? Do
Yeah,
you get it?
yeah, I get.
Okay. Okay, let's continue then with the second example. I'll finish. Okay, I'll finish my work. Then we're using after. Okay, after you wake up. Can you identify the first action?
I'll finish my work after you wake up. Wake up
Why wake up?
because
Well,
I
in
mean
this,
the explain meaning in Spanish is voy a terminar mi trabajo después de que tú despiertes, right?
okay, terminaré mi
Okay.
trabajo, porque no estamos utilizando el be going to. Entonces sería terminaré mi trabajo después de que te despiertes.
Yes,
Okay,
and the first
entonces,
action is wake up.
yes, the first action is wake up in this case, right? Entonces, tan pronto, tal vez la relevancia podría ser el tiempo en el que dejamos pasar. Ajá. Terminaré mi trabajo después de que te despiertes. Vas a despertar y después de que te despiertes, voy a tomarme mi tiempo todavía, recién voy a terminar mi trabajo. Ajá. Sin embargo, cuando utilizo el primero, que es en este caso by the time, quiere decir que tan pronto tú te despiertes, bueno, más o menos, cuando tú te despiertes, yo voy a terminar mi trabajo, voy a terminar de descansar. By the time you wake up. ¿Se entiende?
Yes, but the last part, you told me that you start the action when it finished or the other action, right? So in the first, the boy wake up and then it start to finish the work, right?
Yes, yes.
It
In
ends
this case,
yes.
okay, in this case, the first one, by the time you wake up, I'll finish my work. Terminaré mi trabajo después de que te despiertes. Y el otro, cuando te despiertes, terminaré mi trabajo. Entonces la diferencia está en realidad, cuando decimos by the time, ok, nos indica, nos puede indicar un significado similar a cuando, ok, se acerca más a cuando que a before. Ajá. Entonces, nos ayuda, aparte de la conexión, por supuesto, su significado también puede ser parecido a cuando, ¿ok? Es decir, que primero va a acabar una acción y luego voy a continuar con la otra acción. Ujú. Entonces, no es lo mismo que yo diga cuando y después. Ajá. Entonces, cuando terminaré mi trabajo, en este caso by the time, después, no, el segundo. I'll finish my work after you wake up. Cuando te despiertas, no, terminaré mi trabajo después de que te despiertes. Y en el primero tenemos el by the time, que puede ser asimilado como cuando te despiertes, terminaré mi trabajo.
Oh, okay. So in the first one, and by the time it's supposed that it finished the action, so it ends, right? It's immediately. But in the other example, in after, it's supposed that really it's after the action, so it start to finish the work.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, that's the meaning. Lo más probable es que en el segundo ejemplo, I finish my work after you wake up, es que no haya concretado mi acción, ¿ok? I finish my work after you wake up. Terminaré mi trabajo después de que te despiertes. Cuando te despiertes, en el primero, cuando te despiertes, terminaré mi trabajo. Entonces tenemos una acción incompleta en realidad. Ajá. Cuando yes, by the time you wake up, I'll finish my work. What else can we say? By the time we arrived, okay, my mom is going to be at home. Cuando mi mamá llegue, okay, voy a estar en casa, por ejemplo. Ok, entonces es una acción completada, es una acción terminada. Entonces primero mi mamá llega y después yo llegaré. Ajá. Entonces es una acción, una seguida de la otra.
Okay.
Mientras que el después denota en algunos casos, en la mayoría de los casos, una acción que no ha terminado al 100%. Es decir, que voy a continuar. Ujú. ¿Se
Okay.
entiende?
Yes, Miss. Now, yes.
Okay, it was a little bit difficult, right?
Yeah.
I guess I guess the most difficult one, well, for me, right, in some cases, because we can also, right, use other time tenses, right? También podemos utilizar otros tiempos verbales con el by the time. Ujú. Podemos utilizar el pasado perfecto, el presente perfecto. Ajá. Entonces un poquito a veces cargado. Es una lección un poquito cargada. Esta de las conjunciones sí parece sencillo porque solo son palabritas de tiempo, pero cuando conjugamos con otros tiempos verbales se hace un poco más largo. Entonces un poquito más tedioso. Por eso hay que, primero para poder ver con qué otros tiempos verbales más hay que conjugar, vamos a aprender a utilizar las conjunciones. Para el temas de ensayo también nos va a servir demasiado. Ajá. So, I'm going to send you, we're going to continue with this lesson. Vamos a continuar haciendo más ejercicios. No, tomorrow we don't have classes. For Friday, right?
Yes.
Para el día viernes, entonces, te voy a mandar una práctica el día de mañana. Calculo que al mediodía, no, casi por las 3 de la tarde hasta que pueda prepararla para que se pueda entender el significado. ¿Ok?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any other question maybe?
No, Miss, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your questions. It was an interesting class. So,
Okay.
I'm going to launch the poll, please. Could you please fill it? Once it's done, let me know.
Okay. Okay, feel it.
Okay, thank you, Rosario. Have a great night, and I'm going to see you on Friday, right?
Yeah, it's Friday. Okay. Bye, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Good night.